Our next guest is coming to us by video link, Christina Boo, Secretary-General, Norwegian Electric Vehicle Association. Christina's led the association for over 2 years and has previously worked as a political advisor at the Norwegian Automobile Federation, specifically covering new car technology and environmental issues. The Norwegian EV Association is a non-government organisation with close to 40,000 members made up of EV owners from all over the country. Sorry, I just imagine their Christmas party. The association aims to promote the shift to electric vehicles both within Norway and internationally. And here's the rub. Currently, electric vehicles make up 25.7%, including plug-ins, of the market share in Norway. Christina is with us by video link. You guys, if you want to sit and watch and then come back, you're most welcome. Thanks, Cameron.
Hi Kiwis, I'm Christina Boo, the Secretary General of the Norwegian EV Association. We are the world's biggest EV owners organization with some 35,000 members. You know I love New Zealand and I would have loved to be at your EV symposium today in Wellington. I would like to give you a brief presentation of the Norwegian EV success through this short movie, starting out with a minute of EV candy.
Se for deg eksosfrie bilturer i dette landskapet, med elbiler som går på ren, fornybar energi, null utslipp. Slik turisme er ikke lenger noen fjern drøm, den er en realitet. Selv om mange fortsatt tror elbiler kun er for bybruk. Mer enn 50 elbiler fra hele landet slo følge med oss, for å bevise at det går. Turen gikk til verdensarvstedet Geiranger, fra nord, sør, øst og vest. Nesten 30 nye permanente ladepunkt var på plass i bygda. Dramatiske Dalsnibba, 1500 meter over Geiranger, fylt av elbiler. Et historisk syn. Vi dro dit for å minne oss på hvor vakker naturen kan være. Vi viser veien til hvordan vi kan holde den slik, grønn, ren, for alle generasjoner etter oss.
These lovely pictures were captured in world-famous Geiranger at our EV festival last year. They show that using an electric car in remote and rural areas is perfectly possible as long as there are chargers available. Our goal is to make EV owners able to travel all over our country, regardless of what kind of electric car they have. All it takes is a sufficient development of charging infrastructure. In New Zealand, you now have more than 1,300 EVs, and I'm very happy to hear that it's a big dedication with policies and public-private partnerships to increase this further. You have all the reasons to do this, with more than 80% renewable energy.
So who are we, the Norwegian EV Association? We are an EV owner association organizing EV owners all over Norway with now reaching 40,000 members. We're now 12 employees and fast growing, and we have a unique experience in a small market but with the largest share of battery electric vehicles in the world. So what are the numbers? Today we have more than 85,000 battery electric cars and about 21,000 plug-in hybrids. Altogether, more than 100,000 EVs in Norway. The increase has been steep. In 2012, we had around 10,000 battery electric cars and a couple of hundred plug-in hybrids. A lot of our incentives were already in place in the early 1990s, but the sales really started increasing with more models, different models being introduced to the market. As you can see on the right-hand side, the market share has also had a steep increase. Back in 2011, 1.4% of all cars sold in Norway were battery electric cars. Actually, that is still ahead of most other countries around the world. Last year, the market share had increased to 7.1%. So what are the main reasons for these incentives in Norway? Our politicians have very high goals when it comes to reducing CO2 emissions. 40% reduction by 2030. Transport is the biggest polluter and outside the EU emission trading regime. So we have to do something with transport. Our politicians know that zero-emission vehicles has the biggest potential when it comes to reducing CO2 emissions. 2.7 million tons reduction by 2030 if we only sell zero-emission vehicles after 2025. Recently, the politicians in the Norwegian Parliament has now agreed on a goal that after 2025 only zero-emission vehicles should be sold. It's not a ban, but it's a very strong goal, and this is something they are determined to reach. Charging infrastructure is lagging behind the sales of electric cars. In 2010, there were more or less the same amount of chargers as there were cars on the roads. But as you can see, the increase of sales has not been followed in the same pace with the charging infrastructure. And when you look at the fast chargers, the bar that's almost not visible, we have a big job to do. By the end of the next year, EV owners will find double multi-standard fast charging stations every 50 kilometers on all main roads in Norway. The stations are built by private operators with financial support from government department Enova. Most important, these fast charging stations will give Norwegian EV owners the opportunity to drive long distances, even with modest battery packages. Not least, they will ensure sufficient range during wintertime. And as they are double, they will reduce the new term called charge anxiety. Today, it's not about range anxiety, it's about not being able to charge when you expect to. Even though charging infrastructure is not yet fully there, our EV owners in Norway are very satisfied. We do a yearly survey among EV owners in Norway, and it shows that more than 90% are very satisfied with being an EV owner.
We really like to share our knowledge, being 5 to 10 years ahead of the rest of the world. We have unique user experiences. Let our story be your inspiration.